Topic 13, Lesson 4, Fractions and Decimals. Well, so far you've learned how to write equivalent fractions and decimals from models. In this lesson, you're going to write a fraction as a decimal. Our standard is to use decimal notation for fractions with denominators 10 or 100. Mathematical practices, we're going to reason abstractly and quantitatively. We're going to construct viable arguments and critique the reasoning of others. We're going to model with mathematics and look for and make use of structure. Our focus is how can you write a fraction as a decimal? Let's take a look. In Alan's neighborhood, 2 out of 10 boys have a basketball hoop in their driveway. How can you write 2/10 as a decimal? So we start off with 2 out of 10, and that automatically gives us our fraction right here. 2 out of 10, 2/10. And we want to change that into a decimal. Well, first of all, let's take a look. If we took a regular grid here and we divide it into 10, and I can see that it's not equal, but we'll have to just go with it. And we want to go ahead and just color in 1/10. Since there are 10, let's see here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we only need one of them. So we can shade this in, and we can see that is 1 out of the 10, 1/10. And what helps us to know is we are looking at tenths. 1/10. And if we looked on a place value chart, we could easily draw one out real quick. And if this is our ones, and right here would be our decimal, and then this would be tenths and hundreds. And right here we have 1/10. So if we continue with our decimal down here, add the 0, we're going to get 0 and 1/10. So really the way of saying it is 1/10. So that's the fraction, that's the decimal. Let's try it with 2/10, which is our original problem. So once again, we can shade in 2 of these. Here's one, here's the second one, and we can know that again if we go by our place value chart, if this is our ones, our decimal always goes right there. Here's our tenths and hundreds, and since we only have 2/10, there's our answer, 2/10. And it helps us to know when we say 2 and look up right above it, tenths, 2/10. Alright, let's try the reverse. Let's try from a decimal to a fraction. So go ahead and pause the video and see if you can try it. This is 8/100 or even 8/10. There's a little hint there. So pause it and give it a try. Good luck. Alright, how did you do? Well, a good way of looking at this is being able to know how to say this. And if we look at our place value chart, this would be our ones, this is our tenths, oops, this is our tenths, and this would be our hundreds right here. And again, it's tenths and hundredths, and since we know that it's in the tenths place, we got 8, we can actually use the chart that we have. So we need 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we can look at it this way. How many did we actually shade in? Well, we shaded 8. How many are there? Out of 10. Now, if we really wanted to get really detailed about this, we should have gone ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that would actually be the more correct picture of this, because the right way of saying that is 800ths. And so if you were to count all of these right here, you'd get 80 out of 100. So you could have actually written it 80 over 100, and an equivalent fraction would be 8/10. Did you get that? Good. All right. Well, now try some on your own. Good luck.